Whoa. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Wonderful to see you all today. Look, so I got some news to tell you, right? So you're gonna be okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take some time off. It's okay to have a little bit of doubt. But you know what? I'm here to tell you today that you're gonna be fine. You're gonna manifest what you want. It's gonna come into your world. And I'm gonna tell you why. You see, guys, we all have these what we call dreams and aspirations. You have them too. What separates you from everybody else is that you keep your dream alive. Yeah, you may feel down, you may feel disappointed, you may have the doubt, your ego may eat you up. But there's one thing that you have, and it's called that burning feeling inside. Even when you want to stop, something keeps telling you, keep going, keep going. What is that thing that is telling you to keep going? That thing is called your natural vibratory state. Natural vibratory state. The NVS. NVS. The natural vibratory state is what you would liken to your God self. You see, here's the issue you have. It's because you're human. You're playing a human role. So you have two different energies at play. You have your unlimited self. You have that part of you that knows it can get anything. But it has to come down and work with the part of you that's limited. So when you feel down and you don't feel okay, you have to understand that that's your human self. It's temporary. Your natural vibratory state will always win out if you keep it active. What is active? What is that, Mark? Let me say it again. All of you, you're chosen ones. If you're watching this, I always repeat it and I'll say the same things. I may sound like a broken record or whatever you want to call it, but it's the fact. You are not going to watch any content. You're not going to find information. Nothing's going to come up on your news feed or anything that you're not kind of in alignment with. Okay? So if you're finding this and you're watching this, it means your soul, your higher self is calling you towards this message. That's point blank. So your natural vibratory state, what it is and what it does. It's the part of you that have all the answers, knows how to get whatever you want into your life. To activate your natural vibratory state, you have to use the tool of repetition. Repetition is the secret to manifest anything you want. You see, the reason you have to use repetition is because the guy that gets you the stuff needs repetition to get you the stuff. And it's called your subconscious mind. So, okay, I'll give an example of repetition, all right? Here's repetition right here. If I get up every day, right? And I'll give you the perfect example. I'll make this very simple for you. You literally have to trick your mind, so to speak. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say you want more abundance in your life. Okay? Everybody wants some abundance in their life. Here's what you do. This is repetition. First thing you do is you do this. You go like this. All right, follow me now. You say just like this. Say it out loud. In your own words, you say, man, I wonder what it would feel like to have X and X amount in my bank account. Whatever. I wonder what it would feel like to feel like. I wonder what it would feel like to be healthy again. Whatever it is, whatever. You do that first, right? You say, I wonder what it would feel like. After you say that, the next step you do is you do this. You say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pretend like I have X and X amount in my bank account. I'm going to pretend like I'm well. Then when you go to bed, you get into the role. You start to act. So you go to bed like, yeah, man, you know, I'm all right. I have X and X in my bank account. Let me tell you what's going to happen. And you can put this to the test right now. I'm going to show you something fascinating about this. And if you do that all the time, like you do it every day, but let me tell you what's miraculously going to happen. And you could comment below and say, oh, this guy is phony. It didn't work. Here's what's going to happen. The minute you do that, after about 2 nights of doing that, between 1 to 3 nights, you will receive a message from your subconscious mind that the program has been accepted. And the message you will receive is a dream. You will have a dream of money, or someone giving you money, or whatever. You'll have a dream of whatever, health or whatever. You have a symbolic dream. And what is the power of that dream? Some of you, it may come as a dream. Some of you, it may come as what I call an intense image. Maybe one day you're at work or chilling and boom, this image just pops in your head of, wow, where did that come from? Okay, what do you want to call it? Daydream, flashback, but you've all had visions, right? Vision. So here's what's going to happen. When you have the dream or that vision, it is your unconscious mind. Thank you. Gotta look at some comments here. Thank you, Kari. Big supporter of my channel. You're awesome, guys. But let me tell you something powerful. Your natural vibratory state. Go write this down. NVS is your power to manifest. NVS is your power to success. Write that down. My NVS is my power to success. Natural vibratory state. That's the new word. That's the new language. That's the new motto. That's how it works. But let me go back to what happens when you do the dream. I'm going to explain more in detail what your NVS is and how it. By the way, your NVS never ever turns off, contrary to what you believe. It's open 24/7. Okay, but here's what happens. When you get the dream or you get that vision and the repetition, your subconscious mind, because it lives somewhere else, that's illogical, it lives in the imagination. By the way, the imagination is the real reality. From imagination comes this world, so this world is kind of the fake world, right? See how they flip it on you? The real world is actually in your head. This is actually the fake world. Let that sit in your head for a minute. Anyway, so what happens when you get that dream or that, it's your subconscious talking to you through your conscious mind, through your brain. Now it's using the frontal cortex of your mind to process information. It's telling you, hey, this is true. That's what it's telling you. It says, I have accepted this thing. So what happens now, the continuation of the repetition will take it from the real world, where everything comes in as probability or possibility of existence, and they collapse it, and it brings it into the fake world. That's why I call this world the fake world, because from the real comes the fake. When I mean fake, I mean it's not real. It's not what you see. The physical world is an illusion. That's what I mean by it. So the real world now is the imagination world. So what happens? The imagination must create the fake, because that's the only way the brain gets to interpret and experience. The brain is stuck in the 3-dimensional world with neurons, synapses, nerve cells, everything, because it needs to what? To process and experience. So it must come from the imagination into the fake. So what happens now, when you're thinking, oh man, I have that in my account, I have this is how it makes me feel, the unconscious works diligently to make that match the fake world. So in other words, you are going to experience the very thing you want to have. Why would I experience the very thing I want to have, Mark? Because it's all fake. Does that make sense to you? Well, it makes a little bit. Can you elaborate more? Yes, let me elaborate more. Everything you see around you, all the people except you, the people in your life, right? All of the people around you, they are connected to you as a consciousness. So you have domain over them. You have some sort of influence all of them, but it gets even deeper than that. Now, because you have some influence on these people, what happens with these people, they start to play a role. Does that sound familiar? Play a role, a movie, right? See what we're living in here? So they start to play a role. And the role they play determines what you expect from the people, what you expect from the situation. See that? Let me stop here. There's a brilliant comment here. This is the most handsome man. He says the greatest achievement in life is to know God. Yes. So let me ask you a question. What is God? God is not a who. Let's get that straight. What is God? So I'm glad you brought that statement in, because here it is. So you know where God lives? If they're the God, you know where he lives? In your NVS. Your natural vibratory state is your God self. That's God. Alright, so Mark, tell me more about this natural vibratory state thing. What is it? How does it work? What's going on here? Okay. When you popped into this world, okay, you came here with some tools. One of the tools you came here with is unlimitedness, infinity, optimism, all the good stuff you want, you came here. That's called your natural vibratory state. Because when your consciousness, God self, streamed you down from the different dimension and you came here to earth, when it streamed you down, it put something inside of your unconscious mind called your baseline vibration. Your baseline vibration is always one of good stuff. And I'll repeat this to you and I'll prove it to you right now. That's the truth. How many people get up every single day? I'll make it easy for you. What are you living for? I don't know anybody that gets up every day and say, man, I can't wait for today to be such an awful day. I can't wait not to get paid my money. I can't wait just to have a bad day. I can't wait for somebody to emotionally damage me. Man, I'm looking forward to just failing. Man, I'm looking forward to not having things go my way. I don't know anybody on the planet that gets up and use their mind and directly affects that. Why don't people do that? Because it's not their natural vibratory state. Your natural vibratory state is, man, I want to have success. I hope today's a great day. Man, I'd love to have that. The reason you go to work is because you want to make a better life. The reason you do things is because you want to get a feeling. You want to have something match. That is called your NVS. Your natural vibratory state is what you came here to experience, people. It's an abundance universe you're here for. That's your God self. And you still have it right now. You can use your natural vibratory state and win the lottery. You can use your natural vibratory state and make a 6-figure income and start your business. You can use your natural vibratory state and heal yourself. You can use your NVS and do all the things that's not possible, that they tell you it's not possible. Write that down, your NVS. Where does your NVS live? The NVS lives two places. It goes back and forth. It's in the heart, energy of the heart, which extends about 6 to 7 feet beyond your body. It's also in the unconscious mind. Your NVS is not in your brain, by the way. Your brain can't handle your NVS. By the way, your heart has a mini brain, so it's in the heart because the heart has more flow to it. I don't know if you know that, right? In your heart, it's called neurites. In the brain, it's called neurons. But the heart, they found cells in the heart that's similar to neurons in the brain. They call it neurites. So your heart has a mini brain. Also, did you know your gut also has a mini brain? It's called the enteric nervous system. So you got like 3 brains. I don't know if you know that, but knowledge until you can understand. So what the NVS does now, when the NVS wants you to achieve your goals, what your NVS does, it starts to overcome your doubts. It will start to tell you, that's when you hear the little voice inside of you that's saying, hey man, don't give up, keep going, it's going to happen. And then the other voice will say, I don't know how it's going to happen, da da da. That's the ego's voice. That's the one you got to like ignore. You got to ignore that voice. You got to ignore that voice. But now, once you get your NVS, and this is knowledge I'm putting to you, once you know you have this NVS, now you want to do the repetition. You want to do that exercise I told you in the beginning. You want to start to just get up every day and kind of feel like and ask yourself what it would look like and get into the role like it's going to come, it's going to happen, start to happen. Because what the NVS does now, it's in communication, it's connected with the unconscious. What it starts to do, it just starts to stream those experiences and it starts to line up your success. It starts to line up your opportunity. So the first thing, guys, to know to make your NVS work is, remember, don't force anything. It's okay sometimes to not be okay. It's okay to be down sometimes because you're still here with a limited body that's going to have down. It's going to be doubt. So don't force yourself and say, oh man, I'm just down. I'm not feeling good. It's not there. I'm not I'm not energized. That's fine. Your NVS is still working. What you're experiencing is limitation of the body, of the field, of the matrix. So you have to turn on that NVS or plug into your natural vibratory. So remember, all of you have this. As I said before, who gets up every day and looks forward to having a bad day? No one I know. Anybody you know get up? Do you get up every day? You don't do that. What happens is, let me tell you why you're not 100% manifested what you want right now. This is the only reason you know. This is the only reason none of you are getting what you want right now. If this wasn't the case, all of you will be manifesting machines. You'll have all the money, all the success, all the health, all the business. Everything will work your way. Here's why you're not 100% getting it. You see, when you got here, a system was already created. It was a system of lack. We call it the matrix. So what happens is when you were a young kid and a baby or whatever, you got programmed and you got information that messed up your NVS. You got false beliefs that messed up and kind of gave you some misinformation. That's the only reason. And these beliefs are what's holding you back from unleashing your NVS. Some of these beliefs are money is the root of all evil. False belief. I'm not really good enough. False belief. I have to figure it out all by myself. False belief. I need connections to make it in the world. A false belief. Only certain people deserve wealth and abundance. A false belief. I'm just not capable. A false belief. I'm not smart enough. A false belief. And we can go on and on and on. Those beliefs are what's scrambling up your NVS. Money doesn't grow on trees. Thank you for giving me some more. A false belief. Okay? Those beliefs are what your subconscious mind is working with because it's illogical. So once you learn this information, you say, oh my goodness, I got to change my beliefs, man. Yeah, you got to change your beliefs. Money is a great tool to help me to achieve my goal and success. Right belief. Money is infinite and I can have anything, anywhere I desire. Right belief. I am more than capable to have anything I desire. Right belief. I am the best at what I do. Right belief. Why am I so happy and successful? Right belief. Why am I the best at what I do? Right belief. Why is the universe rigged in my favor? Right belief. Why is everything working out for me? Right belief. Why is the universe conspiring to make my dreams and desires come into existence? Right beliefs. There you go. You can write them all down. Here I'm reading some of you guys. Why are we so rich and wealthy? Right beliefs. Why am I so healthy and strong? Right beliefs. It's going to take from the real world and make it your fake world. We live in a fake world. Fake world, not real. Illusionary world. There's nothing there's nothing real, okay? Everything is like energy. We make it up. So that means nothing is stuck. Nothing is fixed. It's all, we can descramble it. It's like a puzzle. We can take our puzzle and the puzzle we have is interchangeable. We can make the puzzle a tree. We can make the puzzle a car. We can make the tree a money. We can make the tree a house. It's all interchangeable. See, that's what they don't teach you. That's what they don't tell you. They make you believe that you live in a stuck, physical, restraint world. It's the opposite. You don't, people, how can you live in a physical world when you are not even physical yourself? Think about that. How can you be here and you're not even here, man? First of all, do you know what the world is made of? The world is made of something called an electron. It's more than electron, but you all know that. You know what an electron is? It's part of the family of the particles, right? But you know what the electron is, right? An electron is a probability of existence of all realities. An electron is when you observe something, it becomes the thing you observe. An electron is not real. It doesn't have any physical mass. I could put my fingers and it goes right through it. It's like a ghost particle. You could go like this. You're going through the electron. You could grab it. You can't grab the electron. Try to grab it. Your hand go right through it. It's looking at you like, hey, what's up? You touch it, it goes right through. Hey, how can I go right through you? And the electron's gonna say to you, electron's gonna say, hey man, I got something even more shocking. Electron's gonna go, what the electron's gonna do, electron's gonna do the drum roll. Here's a drum roll electron's gonna do. Electron's gonna say, hey, you wanna know the most craziest thing about me, Mark? Yeah, what's the most craziest thing about me? I'm not even real, brother. Huh? Oh, Mark, I got something even more crazy to tell you, Mark. What's up, electron? I'm in your body, Mark. So? No, Mark, listen very carefully. Mark, I make the cells that make your bone, that make your tissue, that make your body, that make your brain, that make you, brother. What? Continue, electron, continue. Mark, if I make your cells, your bone, and your tissue, and without them, you wouldn't be in existence. But Mark, remember, I am not real. If you put me on an electron microscope, Mark, and you go into your cells, and you look at me, the electron that makes your cells, you're going to see something even more fascinating about me. What am I going to see, electron? You're going to see not only I'm not real, physically I have no structure, but I'm not even here. What? Go look at me on an electron microscope. You will see me blinking in and out of existence. What the heck is going on here? So that means I'm also blinking in and out of existence? I'm not real as I think I'm real? Yes. So what's going on? You are everywhere. I'm everywhere? Yes. If I'm everywhere, why am I here? The only reason you're here is because your brain can only see one reality at a time, Mark. So you can only perceive one part of the film. Ah, damn, now I understand it. So I'm looking at the part I'm in right now, but at the same time I'm looking at the part I'm in, I'm also in another part with infinite parts playing? Yes, Mark, you're in other parts playing other roles, having other experience at the same time. Damn, why didn't they teach me this in science class? Why didn't they teach me this in school? So technically, I can jump to another part where I have a different version of me, whatever I want? Yes, you can do it. How do I do it? Through your NVS, your natural vibratory state. Someone asked me here, I look down in the comments here. Someone said, Mark, well, what about antimatter? Yes, so antimatter is your twin. It's your opposite. Your antimatter, however, lives in another universe. It's in an antimatter universe. Antimatter and matter can't exist. They cannot coexist. If they come together, they will annihilate each other. So what they did, when they came online, they went boom. the matter went into here. Antimatter said, all right, man, peace. I'm going into another universe. I'm going to live my life. So there's an antimatter version of you somewhere. But however, you cannot reach that or achieve that because it's in another dimension. And it's a different law of physics. You can't go there and interact with your antimatter. So antimatter is over there, but you're here right now. See how that works? So what the electron does, the electron teaches you and shows you the truth of reality. And what people don't understand, and why you don't learn this in the school, because when you were going to school and you were learning this, I got news for you. Even the schools didn't learn this information. This information is practically brand new. It's about 10 years old. And guess what? I got even more news for you. They're not going to put it in schools now, into your kids' school. You know why they're not going to put it into your schools? Because it's going to cost too much money to change the textbook. It's going to ruin so many other scientists' career because they don't want to tell you they were wrong. So you know what they're going to do? They're just going to leave it, and they're going to be like, they figure it out. So they're not going to change this because the scientists will say, my career is at stake. I wrote a book about how physics work. I can't go back and tell people the truth. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to rewrite the book and show them that. Let it stick. That's the truth, my friends. So that's why you're never going to know this in the school book. So there it is. Until these scientists retire and they don't give a damn anymore, then you can go rewrite the book and they can show you how it really works. But now I'm telling you how it really works. I'm showing you what it is and what you are. That's why if you notice, I always say, I'm not a who, I call myself a what. Now you understand, like, okay, this guy's not crazy. This guy's actually talking sense. Now you understand what I'm saying, right? If you're everywhere all at once, you cannot be this who. This who is a limited version. You're an unlimited, omnipotent, whatever you want to call it, omnipotent version of you exists. And what you do is you tune into your NVS to bring that version of what you want into your world. And it's as simple as playing a game of pretend. If you pretend and you go to sleep and you're like, oh, I have this, you are going to get it. Point blank, you will get it, man. The reason you'll get it, because your electron also exists in what's called a superposition state. A superposition state means okay, by the way, when your electron blinks out, right? You see, if you put you on a microscope and you see yourself, right now, all of you are blinking in and out of existence right now. You know that? You know that for a fact, right? It's faster than the Planck scale. It's faster than the fastest time. But I'm talking to you, you're looking at me. All of you you're gone and you're back. You're gone and you're back. You're gone. Where do you go when you blink? No, first of all, you can't see yourself blinking because remember, your eyes are too limited. This is super fast. This is beyond your comprehension. But trust me, you're blinking in and out. Go look at it. The electrons, beep, 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 beep. Nothing's ever at rest. Everything vibrates. So when you blink, man, where do I go, Mark? The minute you blink, you are in all the possible realities that you can exist. And then when you come back, you're Mark. So think about that for a second. Let that sink in. I just told you something very profound. When you blink, you are the rich version. You're the successful version. You've been healed. You're healthy. Because when you blink, you have to experience all those realities. Then you come back to this one. So when the electron blinks, they call it superposition. It means that when it goes out, it's in a superposition. It means it's stuck in all the possible realities. And then when you observe something, it collapses back to you and me. I don't know if it's 300 X's a second, but I know it's something that you can only see with an electron microscope, or even beyond that. It probably they use different instruments. That's insane, right? But what's more insane, guys, is truth. It's physics. Now we know it's a fact. Now we know it is true. So let that sink into your head. When you, after this live or whatever, you go on your daily, whatever you're doing, you have to understand that you are not what they taught you to be. You are not what they told you you were. You're not that. You're not like this human person, man. You're bigger than that. You are a consciousness streaming, and you have the capability to achieve anything you want, but you have to learn to use the tools to do it. You have to show you the tool. So that's just some insight I want to give you. And look, I'll point into this. When I discovered this stuff and I started to learn about this stuff, how you think I was able to win the lottery? Something they thought was impossible, and bought my dream car. That's an example of doing what I'm teaching you right here. If you want to win it, here's this book. I wrote a book about it. Cheat code to manifesting, to how to win the lottery using quantum mechanics. Here's the next one. The cheat code to mastering the game of life. You can get these on Amazon. All right. You know, I'll say something else. I'll put in the pinned comments. Also, my mentoring, my one-on-one mentoring. If you want to get in there, I can teach you and help you to change your life one-on-one. But let me say something to you guys. Let me show you something even more crazy to show you how this up. I did a live, my YouTube live, right? And I think when I did the live, I was on day 10. And I went 12 days in a row. I went 12 days in a row buying one scratch ticket every day for 12 days in a row, $500 a day, 12 days in a row, winning on a scratch off. What are the odds of doing that? One ticket, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's $6,000. How did I do that? I did that because I tapped into my NVS. By the way, I'll give you a little bit of synopsis how I do. By the way, this is what I teach in my school platform. It's called remote viewing that you can use to do that. But let me give you the synopsis of how it works. If you want to learn more, you can teach it and watch it. You get into my school platform. It's the best investment you'll make in your life. It'll change your life. You'll do it. Yeah, if you do it, you'll definitely lose money because you're doing it the wrong way. You have to do it by using your consciousness to project it. So I'll give you what happens. What would happen is when I would go to bed, I would make the intention and I would say, look, $500 scratch offs. Let's go. Whatever I want. Now, when I would go to bed, I would either get something pop into my mind, a store, or in the morning when I'm getting up, a store will pop into my mind. Whatever store pops into my mind, that's the store I will go. And then when I get to the store, I'll look at the tickets and then I'll get a pull and I'll know which ticket to buy. And I did that for 12 days in a row and it manifested. And you can do that and even more if you desire. I'm just giving you a bigger picture of how things work. And you can do this for anything. It's not just the lottery here, okay? You can do it with your business, with your thing. But you guys are very smart. You get it. You can apply it on other areas of your life. But I just want to show you what's possible for anybody and more. And I just want to let you know that you are not limited. You can achieve anything you want. Everything and anything is possible. There's no such thing as the luck or the odds or da-da-da. All of that is a bunch of baloney. You can use your consciousness, your mind to stream, to create whatever you want in your life. You just have to change the perspective, change the way you look at it, and it's going to change for you. All right? And I will see you guys again next time.